Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video with me being on camera. Hey guys, and I'm back again mainly to talk about this little doodad, the Wii U. Well, not necessarily the Wii U itself, because it is now defunct, and now we have the Switch. I am a fond lover of the Wii U, I've got to say. It's probably one of my favourite Nintendo consoles, and I think it's highly underrated. But that's just my opinion, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about games for the Nintendo Wii, because obviously now it's defunct. Games will either skyrocket in price, but at the minute they've kind of dropped, especially when you're buying them brand new, because I've managed to buy a ton brand new for a really good price. Now, not necessarily like a top 10, but I'm just gonna show some games off that I think if you're looking to buy a Wii U, to definitely pick up and, you know, for it. I won't be talking about Amiibos or anything, because I'm not being funny, Amiibos just look cool. I mean, like, what's better than having actual Shovel Knight? I mean, come on, it's Shovel Knight. Why isn't my camera focusing? Focus, camera, focus. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to try it. I give up, okay? But yeah, like I said, actual Shovel Knight. What more could you really want? So we're going to just go through a couple of games. I have a stack by my feet, so get ready for this. May be a long video. Probably. Kinda. Right, okay, anyway, so we're going to start off straight away with Super Mario. You can't even see it. Exposure is crazy. Super Mario Maker. Now, this is probably one of my favourite games on the Wii U, because you get to build your own levels. I mean, what could be better than that? You can build your own Mario game, essentially. And there are some ridiculous made levels on the online. Some of them are absolutely insane to play. That is a definite. But this, I got this really cheap. I got the special edition with the art book and with the pixelated Mario Amiibo. And I got it for a really good price, because at the time I bought this, I bought it when literally they announced that the Wii U was going to be discontinued. So the price of it was literally like, I think it was 20 quid. And in the shops, it was like 20 quid. And I was just like, yeah, well, that's brand new, pretty much. I'm having that, so definitely get Mario Maker, because that is a really good game. It's great. It's beautiful. Well, there's no words can describe this game. I can't think of one. Sorry. Just kind of looked like I was straining then. Just choking on my own breath. Now, this game mainly was because this was probably the reason I bought the Wii U originally, because I remember when the games were sort of being announced and what games were coming out. I remember Zombie U was a massive catch for me, so I remember buying it on launch, my Wii U. And Zombie U, for some reason, I was really into zombies back then. I still technically am. They're like one of my favourite things to kill in a game. I don't know why. I just find them really good. I think it's ever since Resident Evil 1, zombies have been a thing for me. But I remember playing Bayonetta 1. And I love Devil May Cry, the original one, not DMC, because DMC, although the fighting mechanics were okay, I didn't really like the new Dante, I didn't really like the whole new direction the game was going in. So it was kind of a falter for me, but Bayonetta 2. Oh my god, this game literally makes you feel so awesome, and the soundtrack is great, and it's just a brilliant game. It's really good. A lot of people have said that the one you want to get is the one packaged with the first one. Mine didn't necessarily come packaged with the first one. It came in a cardboard box with the first one. My first one's up on that top shelf behind me, but it did come in a box with the two. I know there's, I think it's American release, where you open up the case and it's got, like, you know, the flick for 2 discs with the one and this one in. So this game, price range otherwise, well, I haven't really seen it over £20, which I'm not sure. Roughly, I think it's like something like nearly $40. I'm not sure what the exchange rate is, but I've never seen it over that price, except when it first came out. So that's definitely one to buy for your collection, especially if you're collecting for the Wii U, and especially if you like fighting games, because this is a really good game. Hack and slash, should I say, rather than, would it be classed as a fighting game? Depends on how you're specifying it, really, doesn't it? But Bayonetta 2, find it, because it's so damn good. And, right, Now this was another game I was really excited for because I own the 3DS version of it, and it does have a really slow start, but the open world and combat is so much fun. It's Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh my god, this game is beautiful. Literally, the opening segment when you walk, I can't actually remember what the place is called now in saying that. We'll just call it the planet. When the game opens up and you're literally looking across the barren, well, it's not barren landscape really, because there's lots of extraterrestrial life in it, and you're seeing these creatures bigger than buildings sort of stomping around, and the thing is, you can literally just walk up to them and attack them. You'll probably die straight away, because I just like got really excited and was just like staring at it, and it engaged me in combat. So I panicked and pretty much died instantly. So don't do that, but when you do get to a higher level, you can actually attack these creatures. So, like I said, it does have a slow start. You can do character customization, which is a really nice feature, and obviously that's not in the other games, because you usually have your preset one. But it's a nice feature to have. It's just an all-round good game, and it just makes me sad that where the Wii U is quite underrated, games like this aren't experienced by everyone, so that is definitely one to be checking out if you like open world games and things like that. It's definitely worth having a buy. A buy? Who says having a buy? Having a game on it. That's probably sounds a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. Now, everyone likes something like Call of Duty, I guess, and this game is savage. Sometimes I get really angry and I want to throw my controller at the wall. Splatoon. It's a good game. It's great. You get to paint things, and then you turn into a squid, refill your ink tank, and then sort of spray more paint everywhere. It's a good game. Kawaii. I was trying to be satirical because it's effectively like a... I feel like it's like kind of a kiddie's sort of version of Call of Duty. I know it's not essentially, but you know what I mean. It's like a kid-friendly sort of Call of Duty. I play this with my nephew quite a lot. He really likes it. He thinks it's a great game. And so do I. I really like Splatoon as well. And I can't wait. I haven't actually got my hands on a Switch yet, so I can't wait to get my hands on Splatoon 2. So that's definitely one that I'm going to be buying, because this is a really good game. Lots of good mini games. I like playing it 2-player with my friends, because I've got lots of the I can't remember, I think it's the Pro Controller, I'm not sure. I've got quite a few of those, so we play it a lot on this. It's just so much fun, there's so much to do. It's really funny, because I'm probably talking about these games, and a lot of people who probably do watch my videos do know these games. I'm probably thinking, oh yeah, that's a good game, you don't really need to keep saying it now, you've probably said good game like 5 times. Maybe I should put a counter in the bottom of the corner to how many times I say it. I'm going to put the counter in the bottom of the video now. Starting now. It should be there now. Okay, it's there. Right. This is a good game. But yeah, highly recommend buying this. So, now, I am a huge Pokemon fan. I've been a huge Pokemon fan since the 90s when it really, sort of came to be something huge. And I remember watching the launch trailer for this game, Pokken Tournament? Now, just imagine Tekken with Pokemon characters. This is effectively that. And it's great. It's so much fun. Literally just having, I don't know, Lucario and Pikachu fucking slamming this off, having a fist fight. It is one of the greatest games ever. Well, Pokemon games, essentially. I know it's not technically your usual sort of Pokemon game, but I've missed Pokemon games which come out for main Nintendo consoles, which don't necessarily relate to the original source material. Like, you're the champ, or wannabe champion, you become champion, end of game, open end, etc. It's like Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap isn't necessarily I've got it there behind me. Pokemon Snap isn't necessarily a Pokemon game where you do that. You literally take pictures of Pokemon. And I love that game. I think it's really fun. And again goes for like Pokemon Stadium. I know you could plug in your Game Boy and transfer your Pokemon over to your Nintendo 64 to play the game, but again, it was just something different. I enjoy games like this, which, take the characters and change it around a little bit. I highly recommend it. It's a really good game. Now, I'm going to do these two together because when I bought the game, I got them both together, which is Star Fox Guard and Star Fox Zero. Now, I'm not necessarily saying these, well, this one excluded because it's not a Star Fox game. Technically, it's a tower defense game. Now I know I have a lot of problems with Star Fox Zero, but nevertheless I still really like it because Platinum Games, when they make a game, they always make it really good and it always looks really nice and fine-tuned, which effectively Star Fox Zero is. It's fine-tuned, it's got some really nice anime cutscenes as well. My only problem with it is that they force those horrible gyro controllers on you for when you're aiming, so it really takes you out of the dogfighting a little bit. Mainly not in the you know, the space battles, because you can use the sticks for that. The main drawback for this was where I can't remember what it's called now, like that one, the one that looks like a chicken. I can't remember the ground unit. I can't remember. Those sections were such a drag. It's really upsetting, but we haven't really had a Star Fox game on a main console since Star Fox Assault for the GameCube, and that's okay. And effectively, this is another remake of the original Star Fox and Star Fox 64. It's relatively cheap because I think mainly because it wasn't well received. It was mainly because of the controls. So when I pre-ordered, obviously I pre-ordered it, and then I got Star Fox Guard as a pre-order bonus, and I was so hyped for this. I was a little bit disappointed, but I have since played it again all the way through, and I enjoyed it a lot more. So I feel like my love grew for this after, you know when you're waiting for something but you expect it to be really good, and it's not necessarily bad, but it's not what you wanted it to be. That's what this game is to me, but nevertheless I did enjoy it. I do have my Falco and my Star Fox Amiibos here at the base of my end level display, so I'd recommend buying it if you're a Star Fox fan. If you're a big Star Fox fan like me, I'd definitely own it. Like I said, it's not necessarily a good game. Also, may I add, when I say it's not necessarily a good game, that's not going on my counter. It's only if I say it's a good game. Probably have to count that because I said it in that context. Moving on. So yeah, but then as for Star Fox Guard, this is effectively a tower defense game where you just stop. You play as Slippy, everyone's favourite toad. So you literally just stop the robots from ascending into your, I guess, like your small fortress. It's quite fun. Obviously I played this first before I played this. So it was one of those games where you put it in for a little while and you're kind of like, I believe Slippy is actually holding an Atari 2600 controller. Sorry, I've only just noticed that. I put it in the Wii U and I was just like, okay, right, I'm gonna have a quick go on it, see what it's like. And it was one of those ones which kind of hit you sort of like in a weird way. You're like, I'm not sure if I like this or not. And then you realise that time is slowly dissipating and you're totally falling into this game. It's one of those ones which is it's more like a time consumer. You just sort of get addicted to it. It is a good game. It was good for what it was, especially as a pre-order bonus for getting that, I guess. So you can count that on my counter as well. So I'd recommend getting those two. I might as well get the pair of them because why not? They're both Star Fox games effectively, because this is called Star Fox Guard, even though Fox isn't really in it. So get those. Not necessarily great games, but definitely worth owning on your Wii U. I'll save those ones till last. Let's go through my little collection I have gathered on the floor. Right. Now I own this on a Nintendo Selects edition because it was very cheap to get it on the Nintendo Selects. Hence why I said the buying for the Wii U is quite good at the minute. So if you're gonna buy Nintendo sort of Select titles because for some reason they go a little bit cheaper than the ordinary ones. But it is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I love the Donkey Kong Country games. I love the original ones, Donkey Kong Country Diddy's Conquest, and Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie's Double Trouble. Well, they're brilliant. After Rare left, though, that's kind of depressing. The Wii upscale of the original ones was really good, and this is no exception. It actually uses a lot of the original soundtracks from the original game. Effectively, they're Viking penguins who invade Donkey Kong's island, and you just have to defeat them and wave them off. It's an excellent platformer, but the difficulty just is crazy sometimes, especially when effectively you'd think this is like marketed towards kids. I know if I was a kid and I was playing this, I'd be like, actually, yeah, look, it's Peggy 3, so if I was like playing it, I'd be like, Mum, I can't do it. Like, quit this game. I don't want it. I'd probably go trade it in a Blockbuster if they were still a thing. But obviously now I'm older, I'm wiser, I can handle these sorts of things. But some of the difficulty in this game just gets ridiculous. It's crazy. But it's definitely worth owning on the Wii U. It's a good game. That counter is going to go really high soon. And I might as well keep the platformers together because I personally love this game. It is probably my favourite platformer on the Wii U. I don't know why. It is really easy. It is effectively a kid's game, I guess, but it's Yoshi's Woolly World. I genuinely adore this game. I bought it when it first came out. I kind of left it on the shelf in cellophane for about a week. Because originally I was like, I'm not sure. My friends were a bit like, isn't that a kid's game? And I was like, maybe. But as soon as I tore it open and I started playing it, oh my god. It's definitely one of my favourites. It's so much fun and it's really easy. It is really easy to complete, I'm not going to lie, but a lot of the fun is collecting all the collectibles. It is a bit of a collectathon, really, a bit like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze as well. They are collectathons, but Yoshi's Woolly World, it's such a beautiful game as well. The graphics are beautiful. Obviously, it's all made out of yarn, I guess linen and cotton. Oh, it's just so good, and the art style is beautiful. It's a really good game, and I highly recommend it if you have a Wii U and you haven't played this game, and it's fairly cheap to get hold of. I've seen it everywhere from, well, game mainly, it's like $12.99, so, or they do the 3 for 2 offer, so you could get like 3 decently good Wii U games for like, I guess, like 30 quid. So yeah, if you see this and you have a Wii U and you haven't played it, pick it up. Now I've got to. I don't know which one to do next because I like both of these games quite a lot. I'll probably do this one first because no, I'm not sure. Not sure if I should do this one first. It's kind of hard. Gritted teeth, reminding me of the Dreamcast. Oh, Sega. But it is Sonic All-Star Racing transformed for the Wii U. Now, this was technically a launch title. I got this when I got the Wii U. One of the first games I owned, in fact, and for the Wii U anyway. It's so much fun. I mean, honestly, it's so much good. And I haven't really seen many people, I think it was RGB82 who said it. I think one of his videos, he said you can tell that Nintendo took a lot of cues for Mario Kart 8 or 7, probably both, from this. Because implemented, obviously you have the planes, the boats, and the cars all into one track, more or less, on most levels anyway. And they obviously implemented that into Mario Kart as well. But this game definitely sets the standard for it. Well, I love Sonic, I love Sega, and some of the characters in this game, you've got characters from Crazy Taxi, you've got Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, you've got people from Jet Set Radio. My nostalgia is literally going through the roof when I'm playing this game, especially when I'm looking at the character roster. And when I got a bit confused because Wreck-It Ralph from the Disney film is an unlockable character in this game. Or you can just download it on Steam and get Simon from the Yogscast. It's up to you, but definitely get that for your Wii U. And it goes really cheap as well, it's like $7.99. And I definitely wouldn't pass it up because it's so much fun to play with friends. Really great game. Brilliant. And now I will go on to Mario Kart 8. Now, this game I have played to death. Mario Kart 8 is so good. I think all the Mario Karts are good, personally. I love Mario Kart. I know it's a very controversial decision on mine. Mario Kart Double Dash is still one of my all-time favourite games. I've never had so much fun playing Mario Kart on the GameCube. So all my friends would come over and we would play. But obviously we're all a bit older now. So we have jobs, we have commitments, so I don't really have a lot of people to play Mario Kart 8 with, but what people I do, I've really enjoyed playing it. A lot of people said the Switch version is better. I've yet to play it, so at the moment, this is probably my favourite Mario Kart at this time, until I probably get the Switch and then I'll go, that one's much better than the Wii U one. But nevertheless, excellent game, brilliant game, good game, buy it. It's Mario Kart. I don't think you need any other incentive than that. So, thumbs up to Mario Kart. Now, I'm on to the last 4 sort of games that I want to talk about, really. I have loads more on that top shelf, but these ones which I have been showing have made the cut because they're the ones I've played the most. Now, I'll do these 2 next as a joint one because you can't not own a Nintendo console and not own a Legend of Zelda game. So you need to own these, the HD remasters of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. By God, are they are so good. So beautiful in the and how they've been upscaled to HD, especially when Wind Waker holds up really well even now. It's the graphics they went for with Wind Waker which really hold up, but looking at them in HD is so nice. And I think probably the best way to play Twilight Princess probably would be on the Wii U. I've played it on GameCube and I've played it on the Nintendo Wii, and I still think it's better on the Wii U. I think it's down to the control pad, really. I really enjoy it, especially how they've worked in with the map and the inventory on the touchscreen, along with this one as well. Really great games. You need to get them. Preferably now, if you have a Wii U, go out somewhere and buy them, or just go on Amazon and buy them. Either way, buy them if you have a Wii U. Play them to death because they are beautiful, excellent video games. Now I'm down to my last 2. Oh no! Now this one I'm definitely including because I remember up to the lead up to the launch of this game is Hyrule Warriors, and this game, by God, it is amazing. I never thought a Dynasty Warriors game and a Legend of Zelda game would smash together so beautifully. This game is absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm lost for words because when I first picked it up, so I pre-ordered it, I was a bit wavery of the idea of it, and I was like, I'm not sure if that would work. I didn't really sort of look into reviews, I didn't watch anyone on YouTube play. I wanted to go in with a clear head for myself, mainly. And I haven't put so many hours into a Legend of Zelda game in one sitting. I was just glued to the screen. The music mainly got me. It was the classic Legend of Zelda themes, all orchestra. Oh, it just really locks you into the gameplay. It's a fantastic game. And I really don't have a bad word even to say about it. It's so good. Oh, I want to play it now personally. But I'm making a video, so that's kind of impossible. I guess I could sit here and you could watch me play it on the gamepad whilst I'll ignore the camera and I'm just me doing the very concentrated face like... But that doesn't always work out well for a video, does it? But Hyrule Warriors... Oh, well, I can't even say it. Hyrule Warriors. Excellent game. Pick it up. You won't regret it, I can guarantee it. Now I'm down to the last game to pick up for the Wii U, and technically, yes, you can buy it on the Switch, and I think most people will probably know what it is. It is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, it is probably my favourite Legend of Zelda game at the moment. There'll probably be another one that'll probably swipe this one off the top. Actually, I can't say that. I mean, Wind Waker is still one of my favourites. But yeah, this one really knocked my block off, personally. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, because I was a bit hesitant about it, because obviously I'd been waiting for a long time for this to come out. I pre-ordered it years ago, when they first pretty much announced it, and then Game took pre-orders for it, and I was just like, yep, I'm having that game, please, thank you, goodbye. And then like 2 years later, it finally drops, and I can go pick it up and pay a nice price for it, not the ridiculously overpriced prices they're charging for on the internet. Most people were putting it up for £70 on launch day, and I was like, are you insane? That is ridiculous. And the Amiibos have gone up to a ridiculous... I'll get into that in a second, actually. But yeah, I don't really need to beat this horse too much, because I think most people know that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a fantastic video game. And not only that, words can't even describe how beautiful this game is. Literally the landscape. I love climbing to like a really high point, especially when you're doing the towers. The towers are one of my favourite things to do, because if you're climbing the tower, you activate the tower, you get your Shilka Slay, you unlock the next portion of the map. And my favourite thing to do is literally climb right to the top, and then you get your little glider out and you fly down to something you see far off in the distance. And you don't even make it to that thing off in the distance. You'll drop, like, I don't know, like 3/4 of the way there, and then find something completely different, and you'll find some new mission to do, or some new ride or mount to take on your quest. And that's why it's such a good game. There's so much in it. All my friends were like, it's basically Skyrim with Zelda characters. I wanted to go, well, yeah, technically you're kind of right in a sense, but at the same time you're not, because it's Zelda, everything. My favourite mission I did on this game is literally when you go to, I cannot remember the name of the location. It's in Ocarina of Time with the fish people, and you revisit Milford to find out that she's died. I mean, that mission was so good. I don't know why, it really resonated with me. I thought it was a beautiful mission, especially when you finally tame the beast, as they say. So you get the laser to help fight Ganon. And I don't know why, that mission really stood out to me. It was really nice, it was sweet, the emotion was there, and I think the fact that it has voice acting in it is even better. I wasn't in high hopes for the voice acting, so I didn't know if it was going to be good. It'd probably like remind me of Link's Faces of Evil or something like that. But it's a beautiful game, and you should really get hold of it. Just don't pay a ridiculous price for it, because that is bad. Even in CEX, which is like a second-hand game shop, are charging ridiculous prices just for the Wii U version. The Switch version is like priced normally, but I think because this is the last Nintendo game or Nintendo release for the Wii U, this one will probably be the rarest. Or that's like my feeling, if you know what I mean. Because it's the last, I guess, like, you know, from Nintendo themselves, it's going to be worth a lot. So if you can find it for a good price, buy it on the Wii U. If you've got a Wii U and you can't afford a Switch, buy it for the Wii U. If you have a Switch, just buy it for the Switch. I'm not fussed, either or, doesn't matter. It's an awesome game either way. Now I'm just going to quickly get onto the Amiibos for Breath of the Wild, because I only have 2 for Breath of the Wild, because when I went to buy these Amiibos, I could not find any anywhere, so you instantly go to look on the internet, and they are ridiculously priced. I mean, to the point where the Rider Amiibo is £30, and the Archer Amiibo was like 50, and I was like, excuse me, that's kind of overpriced for me. Especially for me anyway, because I'm working non-stop at the minute anyway for money, and I could not afford to buy said things. Then I just took a gamble and went to Sainsbury's, which is like a supermarket, and I went to the game section to have a look. Lo and behold, they had a very small Wii U section, which was even smaller now that the Switch has come out, and they had 2 Amiibos there. They had both the ones I was after. They had the Archer, and they had the Rider. I got both of these for $9.99. So it's always good to hold out. Please heed that warning if you're buying Legend of Zelda Amiibos, because you can always find them somewhere cheaper, because I'm not being funny, that was $19.98 for the 2 of them, and they're going for like £30 a piece or £50 a piece depending on which one you want. So just be aware of that people like to rack up the prices of these, especially on, for some reason, the Archer is the most sought after one, or it was at the time when I was looking for it, because I already got the Rider Amiibo, and then the week I went back to Sainsbury's they had the Archer, and at the time when I was looking for the Archer he was just going for ridiculous prices. The first one I looked for was the Rider, because I thought it looked pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, and people were putting it on straight away for £30 and stuff like that, and I was just like, that is far too much for an Amiibo. So I don't really like paying a lot of money for Amiibos. I mean, they look nice, don't get me wrong, but I only really buy the ones I want. So I have Mega Man, I have Shovel Knight, I have 3 Legend of Zelda ones, I have a Mario one, which I got with Mario Maker, which I stated earlier, I have Bowser, I have Yoshi, and I have the Star Fox ones. So do not be ensnared by the high prices of these on the internet. You can probably find them somewhere extremely cheap. Like I did, $9.99 each. Not necessarily to some cheap, but cheap for what I've seen them for. So that wraps up the video, guys. Remember to comment. Oh wait, actually before I say that, I just want to highlight, Enigmatic Sai, because I challenged him to play Bubsy, and I never really stated what I challenged him for, but he kind of got the idea when I was watching his video back that I literally just challenged him just so I could watch him rage, basically. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm also sorry to Game Glyph when he puts his one up. I'm a terrible person, I'm not gonna lie. Enigmatic Side did call me a sadist. You wouldn't be wrong, I guess. I did personally do that just so you could get a bit ragey, so I could watch it. I will be re-recording my playthrough with a live reaction by Side, so I don't feel as bad, because now when I went to edit my other one the other night, I realised that it was a little bit different from yours. It was kind of not very good, and I was like, I think I'll re-record it and record my face to go with it, just so you can see me get a bit more angry. But yeah, to wrap up that video, get yourself a Wii U, and comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
What could possibly go wrong?